Yeah, yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's had in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Come to us for your news and opinions. We got a voice. There is no choice. We're the voice in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast, it's like cruiserweight action. Your house is the perfect distraction. Papa see your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smug.
What's up, guys? What's cracking? The comment in your house. We here. We're ready to make a movie. I hope you guys are ready to make a movie. I hope you guys are with the shits, because we're with the shits. And we're ready to talk a little wrestling. That is right. You already know the vibes. Anytime we slide on through, we here to give you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. And of course, guys, this is like, geez, how many episodes have I given you guys this week? It's ridiculous. It's crazy to see how many episodes that we've done this week. I know I jumped on here yesterday, just doing a little episode real quick to test out my new mic situation that you guys see here. If you didn't see it yesterday, here it is right here. I can go here. I can go there. I can go there. I can go anywhere I want. All right. All right. So now that we've got that out of the way, we got to do a little Smackdown preview. We got another episode coming to y'all again this week. And of course, normally when I do this, I'm not alone. And once again, I'm not alone. I got my co-host here, co-host as in S, as in plural, not singular. But first, let me bring them on one at a time. And that is, of course, my producer here and my longtime co-host, Hypocrisy Jones. How's it going, bro?
Yo, what is up out there, household? You know, man, I'm down. If you caught me earlier this week, I did a little sesh, and now I get to join a little sesh with my homie Khan. And you know what the vibes is going to be, man. I want all the smoke.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we came to do, is get all of the smoke. And, you know, I got my man Goku behind me right here, you know, doing his thing. He's ready to talk a little wrestling too. But what do we got here? Oh, Vegeta. It's Vegeta. My damn.
He has a message for you too.
My damn. Look
He's
at
telling
this man.
everybody that number one.
He's telling everybody they're number one. But, you know, obviously Vegeta and Goku, they can't talk wrestling right now. So we got somebody even better. We brought in the voice, Josh Joseph. He's going to come and talk a little Smackdown with us. What's up, bro?
It is me, the voice, and I'm here to come and hang out. Come and talk some Smackdown. I'm watching Fully Loaded back in the day right now and getting ready to talk Smackdown. I mean, Jeff Jarrett's strutting around in the ring, so it's a good day right now.
That's funny. You're watching Fully Loaded. I feel fully loaded. You know, we lit, bro.
Wow.
Oh, we love it.
You brought that full circle.
Yeah. Brought it all together there. Brought it all together there. Man, what a week has been. You talk about fully loaded. It's been a fully loaded week of episodes here at In Your House. Hype was talking about, he came on here and he did a little pod here, non-wrestling related, but still good.
It was crazy.
Yeah, and generated a lot of attention over on X, as did my episode yesterday. A lot of traction on X. It was really great. But now we're back here again. We got Smackdown tonight, and man, it seems like the word of the day, or the term of the day in this episode already, is fully loaded, because we got a fully loaded episode of Smackdown tonight that consists of the King of the Ring tournament matches, and of course that all culminates at King of the Ring next Saturday in Saudi Arabia. That's going to be another one of those international pay-per-views that start at like 1 o'clock here in the States. So we might be giving you guys a post-show episode next Saturday. Strong possibility that we do that and give you guys the work, man. So I see here, you know, we got our own tags here. You know, Voices says Window Lickers. Hype is putting out his Cash App. You know, he's just casually panhandling here on the podcast. but mine, I got an interesting one here. I've had this stuck in my head all day, and I've been dying to. Oh, there we go. All right, I had to get that in there. We had to put that in there at some point in the show.
That's insane. What is that?
Well, that's the BBL Drizzy drop because I mean, hey, look, we took we're taking upon that Drizzy stimmy, right? Because he's all in the news, he's all buzzy, bro. Like, look, hey, Con said I'm panhandling my Cash App right here, and I'm gonna let you know, yes, I am panhandling my Cash App. I definitely am, and I would like to let you know that, hey, if you like the conversation that we're having over here on In Your House, throw me a couple dollars here, man, because every dollar that you spend or give to us, man, I'm gonna make sure it goes into the podcast. I'm gonna make sure it goes into the group. I'm gonna make sure it goes into all of us being able to continue to upgrade. You see my man down there, like, got a new mic stand. We working on the situations. We doing the shits, bro. We doing the shits, and we doing the shits big, because you know what, y'all don't want to hear about wrestling. But we gonna talk about wrestling. I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all want to hear about: the juice. and I'm here to give it to you. And you know what? We'll bring you more of the juice, but you got to help us out by squeezing us a little juice. You feel me?
Most definitely, man. We're trying to do a lot of stuff here, not just in your house related stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's room for a lot of different podcast and styles of podcasts. Most definitely. For me personally, I got off the ground here at In Your House, but I've done a couple of different podcasts in the past before, and it's always good to try some things. But what we're gonna do here is try to give y'all that work when it comes to this SmackDown preview. And me and Voice really gave y'all quite a few episodes, and I've been getting a lot of feedback from listeners and stuff saying that they really liked the bracketology breakdown episode that we did. As and of course, and like, I can see why you guys out there in the household liked it, honestly, because like, it's a thing where a tournament can really create a lot of content for what we do for the wrestling media, sports media. A lot to talk about, a lot of storylines, a lot of things that go in and out of a tournament. And I know me and Voice have said it already so many times on this episode. It's tournament season, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
with the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs. We just had March Madness just last, just in March, and then of course King of the Ring tournament going on right now. It's tournament season, and it's a hot topic, a hot topic. So you guys can see here, we got the preview up ahead of us. No telling what else is going to happen tonight on SmackDown, but what we do know is that there's going to be a lot of tournament style matches that's going down tonight, with everything else kind of being a filler. So we'll talk about the one that we had up in the very beginning there, and that was Randy Orton and Carmelo Hayes. Now, I know that me and Voice have kind of talked about this and broke this down as far as what we think, but Hype, what do you think is going to happen, man, in this particular match between Orton and Carmelo Hayes?
Yo, we got Young Mello in a match. Look, first of all, I just want to shout out what they're throwing Young Mello here. In his SmackDown, infancy and things like that. He starts off with the Universal Champion, Cody Rhodes, and now he's facing off against Randy Orton. And
Yeah.
bro, it's hard to bet against Mello, bro. They say Mello don't miss, and I'm thinking he don't miss. And maybe there might be a little chicanery, or I don't know, just all stuffs. But I don't want Mello to miss. I want to see him hit. So
Yeah, man. I think we was kind of talking about this on one of the last episodes me and Voice did, that I could definitely see a path where Mello really has a star making performance. Now, maybe not winning the whole thing, but Voice made it a good point on one of the episodes. He said you can come out a star in this thing without winning the whole thing, and that's absolutely the truth. I I think that Carmelo. I think that it'd be good for Carmelo to win tonight. I don't think he goes the distance because I've already said who I thought was going to win, but I think that maybe one or two wins will be great for him, and then he can kind of build from that. Voice, what do you think?
No, I agree with you, and like we both talked about, this is a Melo's moment where he can in this tournament, because we've talked about that also, how this tournament's designed to make stars that you normally wouldn't think would make that level. And in this tournament, you can. We talked about the fact that Stone Cold made his name. I think Melo makes his name in this one, especially going up against Randy Orton. And like Jones pointed out, his first introduction was Cody, and that's the top of the mountain right now. So therefore, it's kind of cool that he's going to a guy who is Randy Orton. We all know as fans, Randy Orton can make you famous in one night, and you're going to get a huge fan base just off a great Randy Orton match.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And I like what you said there as far as he can make you a star. He could also break you if you fuck up his
Yes.
RKO, and he's gonna call you stupid.
Yeah,
Stupid.
Stupid.
he will do
so
that.
so hopefully young Mello keeps those botches to a minimum. And just has a good outing, just has a
Oh
good
yeah.
outing and really shows who he is. I really think that it could be beneficial for him to pick up this win and move on in the tournament. But it's most definitely a thought that him winning could be beneficial for him, because let's be honest here, Randy Orton has had a legendary career, a
Oh yeah.
legendary career. His
Absolutely.
his longevity in professional wrestling it's unquestioned. You can't question that man's longevity in professional wrestling. I just feel like I'm not gonna say, because I said something, I had kind of a hot takey type opinion about Kofi Kingston, saying, "Oh, he might be in the twilight of his career," and then he goes and has a banger with Gunther on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that Randy is in the twilight of his career. I think you could still get some main event programs out of Randy, most definitely. But I, I don't think he needs to win or even advance in King of the Ring to still be relevant. I really
No,
think that Melo needs to pick up this win, and it'll help his trajectory moving
Yeah.
forward.
absolutely.
100% on that one.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're all in agreement on that one for sure. So I think we both got, our three of us got Carmelo Hayes there. This next match here is pretty interesting. If we scroll down, we're looking at Tama Tonga, who's going to be going up against L.A. Knight. Yeah, and it's that match right there. We've talked a little bit about this match, me and Voice did, but I got to be honest with you. I don't know what to expect from this match. I think it's going to be interesting. I don't see LA Knight winning the whole thing. I don't. I don't think that he needs to. I also said that I think Tamataga is going to find his way to the finals, and we could possibly get a Bloodline finals in the King of the Ring tournament. So I guess with that logic, I guess I say that Tama comes out of this. But is it going to be from Bloodline interference? Is he going to beat him clean? No telling what's going to happen. Hype, what do you think, man? This match, what's your opinion?
Oh man, look, I don't think the Bloodline can take L's, man. After all the L's Solo took prior, and I know he's gaining momentum, but I think the Bloodline has to win in some of these, and these have to be like, they have to be able to win and generate heat from these things. We know more members of the Bloodline are probably coming, and we're probably anticipating that. So you can always probably expect like there's more like crazy things that could happen, and we never know when that's going to happen. Especially with the Bloodline and with that how this story is gone right now, man.
Yeah, it's hard telling. I do think there could be some Bloodline shenanigans because that seems to be their calling card. And we all know that the bloodline, they want it all. They want every facet of success that they can possibly take, titles, King of the Ring, monikers, everything. They want all the success because that's what the bloodline is all about: trajectory, winning, and improving their situation by making sure that their bloodline uh, gains as much success as they possibly can, even if it's by underhanded tactics. Voice, what are you thinking about this match? What's your opinion?
No, I agree with what Jones said. We really don't know who else is in line with the bloodline, but we do have our speculations, and like we discussed I believe last episode, uh, you got Solo, who we all know what he can do, but then you got Tongla coming up behind him, and we kind of we if you followed him on the indies, you kind of know what he can do, and it's a
Yeah.
little better than what Solo can do. So
Yep.
you, I mean, and we also know Jacob Fatu, and if he's in the line coming up next, I mean, come on, this this story, this family is getting scarier by the minute. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Um, honestly, I really think having LA Knight not win this is like we agreed on. It doesn't hurt LA Knight at all. He's still got storylines to fall back on. He's still got the fan base that love him. So honestly, I'm not it doesn't make any sense for him to advance. So you got to give
Yeah.
it to Tongla.
I think so too. I think you give it to Tamatonga. I agree with you. I just think that it's the best situation.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to continue talking about this tournament. But quick little sidebar, real quick, as far as this whole, because I think you was talking about it. If we bring in, if we go ahead and bring in Jacob Fatu with all those concerns that they're worried that Jacob is going to overshadow Solo Sokoa. What could happen with Solo? Because I think I don't know if we could all agree on it. I'm not going to speak for the whole group here, but I mean, I literally just saw a highlight video of Jacob Fatu on X like the other day, and I was like, fuck, man, what can this guy not do? Like, he's
Yeah.
flying around at his height, and he's a heavier guy. Like, he's definitely more built like Umaga than Solo is, for
Yeah.
sure. But he also looks meaner, and if you heard him cut a promo, he can cut a promo better than Solo Sokoa. Like, literally, like every single thing that Solo does, Jacob does it better. And I think I said on a previous episode that we're entering an interesting point of Solo's career. So let me bring this to you guys. I'll start with Voice here, and then I'll throw it over to Hype. Uh, when do we see Jacob Fatu, and what's Solo status going to be if Jacob comes and just does his thing and overshadows him?
To answer the first part, when does he come? That is still to be seen. I was with you at the very last pay-per-view, and I thought that was going to be his moment, but we didn't get him. So I could say it's going to be this summer we're going to get him. Solo to me, and I wish they would have done this at the very beginning, honestly, but Solo needs an amazing run, like a hard hitting run that everybody knows about in NXT. I'm talking like he has a run in NXT that they have to bring up on Raw. They have to bring up on SmackDown, because when you do that, then you build more of the allure of Solo. You can bring him back up to that monster level. And to top that off, you bring Paul Heyman with him, because you have Paul Heyman in NXT with Solo, giving him the Brock Lesnar treatment. Solo, just on Solo, you get Paul Heyman focused completely on Solo until Roman comes back, because we know there's going to be a confrontation between Heyman and Roman as soon as Roman makes his way back, if he does. And it's going to be fantastic because Paul Heyman's going to be behind it. And that's the key to Solo's success at this date. For me, in my opinion, you keep Paul Heyman with Solo, do his thing, but drop him down to NXT. Make him the monster that we know he is.
That's an interesting thought right there. Of course, anywhere that Paul Heyman goes, you already know there's automatic like prestige on it, because that it's Paul Heyman, and if he puts his name on you, he sees something in you, So and of course he's got that long history, obviously, with with the bloodline, with the Samoans going way back. I mean, way back.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like him being on him not only being with Solo, not only would be good, but it would also be good for NXT to have Paul Heyman in gorilla position in that locker room, seeing, because who right now has a better eye for talent in wrestling than Paul Heyman? See talent and be like, "Yep, I see it. You got it, most definitely." So I like that idea. I honestly just like the idea of Paul Heyman just looking around and scouting in the NXT locker room. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I think he kind of did that with Braun Breaker for a little bit, and then yeah, I think it was just Braun Breaker. I just love the idea of Paul Heyman endorsing another Paul Heyman guy and finding another one and making them it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Making them that next big thing. Hype, what do you think, man? What's your opinion before we continue and go through these King and Queen of the Ring tournament matches? What's your opinion on the interesting Solo situation? Because I'm not saying that Jacob's going to put him out of a job or anything like that, but I think that, like, when Jacob comes in and just does his natural Jacob Fatu thing, it could make you rethink the place in line that Solo is at. But what's your thoughts?
Yeah, so I think we're in a very interesting situation with Solo, as my cat decides to join us. She runs the house. Miss Mocha does whatever she wants. But much like Miss Mocha here, like, Solo is running the roost right now. Who's going to
Yeah.
tell Solo no at the moment? And I like this aggression that we're getting out of Solo, and he needs this. He needs this to develop as a character. He needs this interaction with Paul Heyman, whether Paul Heyman knows what's going on or doesn't know what's going on, because this this adds another dynamic and layer to Solo's character as a whole, right? He is going through a maturing phase, where like he's learning how to be. He knows he's next in line. We talked about this, right? We were told
Yeah.
this. Roman Reigns said it directly out of his mouth, is that Solo is next in line. And I think that's what we're seeing right now, is that we're seeing his progression as he learns to be, on top. He maybe not be on top right now, but he is the one making the shots. And this is it's an interesting foil in this level of character and in this level of story that they're telling.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely something to think about as far as what you're going to do with Solo. Solo, once again, he's to me personally, at a pivotal point of his career where it's like, let's see what kind of year Solo is going to have. I think that people
Yeah.
really got to pay attention to what he does this year. And depending on what he does this year, I know I've said it before on the show, and I'm going to say it again, because that's why I say this run for him, this current run for him, in my opinion, make or break. Most definitely make or break.
Yeah.
So we're going to get back to the King of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring, and we're going to take it to the Queen of the Ring here, because we have our next match, our first match for the Queen of the Ring, but our next match that we're going to talk about as far as the SmackDown preview, it's Bianca Belair versus Hoods on Tiffany Stratton. What kind of tippy time are we seeing? Man, all right. All right. Before we get into this match, I talked about it a little bit yesterday. And I said what I said, like if people don't like what I said, it is what it is. But Tiffany Stratton, she had an IG post that she immediately deleted, IG story or whatever. Hitting a corner move on Jade Cargill and then having a voiceover saying black bitch. And then she immediately deleted it. But once again, the second that you put it out there and you're somebody that is of some sort of fame, people are going to screenshot, screen cap, and it doesn't matter if you delete it. It's out there on the internet. Once it's out there on the internet, it's there forever. So once again, like I said, I just think it was a young woman making a bad mistake. No, I don't think she's a racist. No, I don't think she's a Nazi, any of that stuff. I stand on that. I stand on that because I just think it was a young girl making a young girl mistake. She thought she was being funny. It wasn't. It was what it was. Hype. I know you're probably got some thoughts or an opinion on that whole situation and everything. What's your thoughts on it?
Oddly, I missed it. If you want me to be real with you, household, I've been on this weird rabbit hole of other things right now, and I've been shouting the praise of Tiffy time for a while now, and I don't want to stop doing that necessarily. Sometimes we give people a pass, right, whether they deserve it or not. Because sometimes people fuck up. But we'll see what happens after that. If it's continued behavior, if it's mirrored to like what's old girl that is trying to come back now that had issues, Blanchard.
Yeah. Tessa Blanchard.
Where there's like a kind of repeated history of the same thing over and over and over again and stuff like that. Like,
she definitely was fucking up.
Yeah. Maybe we if it gets to be something like that, then maybe we look at the behavior person and be like, hey, now fool me once, there's sometimes there's an accident in some things, but you keep doing the same shit, then okay, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I think that's fair to say because this is the first time, and I know Tiffany's still fairly new to being I guess you could say world famous. She's kind of world famous. They travel around the world, and there's a lot of people all over the world who know. So yeah, Tiffany Stratton is gaining world fame. It is what it is. And like I said, we're so quick. And this is listen. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about me or have any thoughts about me. I'm a black man who's saying I don't give a fuck that she did that. Straight up, she didn't hurt my feelings. I didn't. And here's the thing, especially with us really taking a step into the deep end of X, you really see it. The smallest thing happens and people freak the fuck out. They really freak out. And don't get me wrong, there's stuff that warrants that.
I'm trying to calm down, Con. I am trying to calm down, but you don't even know because, look, Ebony Prince 2K24 just tweeted.
Oh, here we go.
It's a thing, and Drake and the Mark Hotel and stuff like that, and weird stuff's going on. And I'm telling you, bro, no. Well, I mean. I don't know if I fully believe all this, but it's out there right now, and it is captivating.
It is.
Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff going out there. But like I said, when you're on X, people overreact to things. You know what I'm saying? It's just a common thing that you see nowadays. But Voice, what do you think, man? Your opinion as far as this whole thing? Just you could be real about your opinion or whatever. Like I said, I'm standing on it. I'm not ready to condemn Tiffany Stratton. Once again, feels like a young girl making a young girl mistake. Hopefully she cleans it up and doesn't do it again. But Voice, what do you think, man, about this whole scenario when you heard about it and it caught your eye and ear?
Well, honestly, at first, once I heard that, I seen someone share that she did it and then it was immediately erased. And this is my opinion. I am no voice of a culture. I am no voice of everybody who looks like me. But for me, it seemed like I think her and Jade have a friendship, and I
Yeah.
think she was trying to do a joke with her friend, and it did not come off very well.
No.
I have done that myself. I mean, we know in the chat, sometimes I have to ask questions like, "Hey,
Yeah.
is this okay?" And I get what she did. And that's only if her and Jade were on a friendship level with it. But if she was
Yeah.
doing it out of ill will or trying to hurt someone's feelings, like saying that towards Jade, because I've talked to P and P has told me, he's educated me on stuff.
Yeah.
So when it happened, that's where my mind instantly went with the last discussion me and P had, and him telling me, about the black women and how they've been, uh, horribly treated for so many years. So
Yeah.
when you put those aspects together, it is a horrible thing. I hope that she didn't have any ill will in it, and I think I'm more along the lines with you though, House. I think it's she's a young girl, made a mistake, realized she made that mistake, and got rid of it really quick. Unfortunately, it's out there. You're gonna
Yep.
see it.
Yep.
She's not really handling it horribly, I don't believe. I haven't seen anything come out. I mean, I think the Twitter is jumping the gate when they're saying that her boyfriend's a Nazi because,
Yeah.
I mean, that's going a little too far. That's like,
Man.
whoa, let's pump the brakes.
I
But
mean, if you see it on TV, then it has to be real, my
it
guy.
has to be.
Like I mean, just like if it's on
Perception,
the
right?
internet, if it's on the internet, it's probably real, which means that
Yeah.
like the crazy shit is going on. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you.
Perception. Perception,
Yeah.
bro. Perception is reality. But
Yes.
let's be honest here. For you guys out there on X that's overreacting, or anywhere on social media that's overreacting, I want to throw this at you guys, and I'm being very serious. I'm being real serious when I say this. All right. So listen to what I'm saying, household, because I'm gonna say it real slow for y'all motherfuckers that just find things to be
Ooh.
outraged by. All right. So here it is. All right, here we go. I'm gonna say it slow. If Tiffany Stratton was a racist, she wouldn't be sharing the ring with Bianca Belair tonight. Okay? I'm going to say that again. If Tiffany Stratton was a racist, a Nazi, all those things that you guys are calling her on social media right now, she wouldn't be sharing the ring with Bianca Belair. She definitely wouldn't be sharing the ring with the with the woman who she allegedly disrespected in Jade Cargill if she advances. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not. Okay? There is no way. Look at the shit with Tessa Blanchard. They blackballed her. She was out of wrestling. She could not, nobody wanted to work with her. Okay? There's a difference here. It's called nuance. Okay? Nuance is when things, aren't what they seem to be because certain scenarios make you think one thing is happening, but actually because of the nuances, it's another thing. Tessa Blanchard, known, proven racist. Okay? Okay? All right, y'all?
Yeah,
Tiffany
I agree with
Stratton.
that.
Tiffany Stratton, young girl, made a young girl mistake. There is no way she's sharing the ring with Jade or with Bianca Belair tonight if she's a racist, and I'm leaving it at that. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Y'all don't have to go into how like their characters or her boyfriend's character plays a somewhat militant dude, even though he plays a somewhat militant dude. We got eyes, we see it. There's jokes.
Yes, it's out there. It's out there. So I'm just saying, pump your brakes, guys. Not ever
Yeah.
I get it that it trust me, I've seen it. If you guys didn't see me out there front line in 2020, you guys don't know nothing about me. Nothing about me. I was really out here, I was really out here marching with my people back in 2020. So for me to say that is for me to say this. Slow your roll. And every time somebody says something you don't agree with, you don't got to just jump on the racist shit. Just stop. Just stop. Let's be more strategic with when we're calling somebody racist, when they're actually doing racist things. So
Hey, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
or
I'm just
bad
saying.
things, or
Yeah.
blatantly bad things. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, no Diddy. I mean, for real,
Oh God,
no
that guy.
Diddy.
Jesus Christ. Good Lord.
Uh,
So we're gonna move on. so we're so we're gonna move on. But hey, you never know, guys, because Hype might actually talk about that on his next smoke sesh that he does. So you never know. A lot of stuff
that
going
might
on.
be a crazy one, bro. I
Yeah,
like. You want to join in on that? We talk
I
about
might
some
have to
bad Diddy
jump in
shit.
on that one. Yeah, I might
All
have to
right,
jump in on that one. But
yeah.
most definitely, you guys should check out that next one that he does, Smoke Sesh. It's Hype Smoke Sesh, and he talks about all kinds of crazy stuff and all kinds of stuff that might sound crazy but actually makes sense. But we're moving on to the next thing here, and that's a match that I really am interested in, and that is the rising star that is Jade Cargill against another star that's actually rising real, like she's really coming into her own, and that's Nia Jax. Two women that I think are having interesting career paths right now. Jade Cargill, now a WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, and just a different type of trajectory for Nia Jax. I mean, I can't say enough. I really can't gush enough about Nia Jax and how the narrative on her has completely changed. This is going to be a very interesting match. I think Jade is going to advance. We really went round and around, me and Voice did, because we really thought, like, man, neither one of them can really afford to take a loss. But I had to get off the fence because I have Jade winning the whole thing. So that means she's got to somehow win this one some kind of way. But Hype, what do you think about this match? And then we'll go to Voice, because we haven't got your opinion on these matches at all. That's why I keep going to Hype first, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
fresh. It's all fresh opinions from Hype. So what do you think, bro?
Bro, I'm excited for this one actually. Because this is a very good test for for Jade, and it's very good. It's equally a very good test for Nia. I know she's gotten so much hate and hate and hate. The haters just be
Oh yeah.
out in prevalence, and I kind of like that, because soaking some hate, because there's some truth in that sometimes. But I think this is such a good test for both parties involved. If they have a really
Mhm.
good match, that's just so good. So good for them. We don't want to see them have any sort of bad thing going on. I
Mm-mm.
ain't trying to hear the same shit that we hearing in Indiana about Caitlin Clark. You know what I mean? And if you know, you
Yes.
know. I mean, 2 points in the first half. Come on, girl, you got it. I don't know.
Yeesh.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Jeff Teague is right. There needs to be some WWE and the WNBA. I'm just
Uh,
saying. If you know, you know. Just folks is right. But back to Jade and Nia. Like, I think this is going to be good for both parties. If both parties can honestly kill this.
Yeah.
And I believe that both parties will. So I'm holding out hope this is good, and I'm really holding out hope that this is better than what I expect.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. I think that, what I mean, it's definitely like, I don't want to say the styles are contrasting really, because it's like both of them are like big woman wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? And when I say
Yeah.
big, I mean like they're statuesque.
They're
They're
powerful.
probably,
Yeah.
yeah, they're powerful. They have power. Yeah, have power moves in their move set. So it's like, uh, can one of them get the other up? It's definitely gonna be, big meaty women slapping meat, which honestly I'm here for in all kinds of different aspects. But 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 this match could be definitely interesting. But I definitely see Jade moving on. I feel like with her being the quote unquote shiny new toy, I don't think she's gonna take the loss. And I still think Nia, like, I really think Nia could really use the win, but I just don't see that path happening with Jade Cargill. Voice, your thoughts, man, as far as this match goes. I know we kind of broke it down a little bit,
Yeah.
but if you want to break it down a little bit more, you know I'm always happy to hear it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I've had a lot of time to think about this one, and this is the one I've actually like really put a lot of thought into. And if we have a agreement that Bianca's gonna win. So the whoever wins out of this is facing Bianca. Um
Yeah.
Jade it seems like the fans want Jade and Bianca. I would like to see that in the future. I really don't think that you can put that together right now for the impact that you're wanting it to have. So therefore, for me, I want Bianca to win this whole tournament for the women's division. I think she
Okay.
really, I think she can, and I think it would be a good thing for her in this year that she's about to really explode and have. We're heading up into the summer PLEs. SummerSlam will be a big moment for Bianca in whatever she's doing. But I really think that for that to cement for the fans who really like the story of Bianca's career and everything, I think she really needs to go against Nia next. And for her to win the Queen of the Ring in my scenario, it would be a big milestone for her to really get through Nia when Nia Jax is at her peak. Nia Jax has a mountain going right now of steam of what she can do, and the crowd that's getting behind her. I've been a day one Nia Jax fan. As soon as I seen her, wanted to have been the squirrel climbing that tree, but I can never get too close to her. They call security. So therefore, I just want her to have all the glory. I want her to do great things, but I really think Belair, the writing on the wall right now is for Belair to cement her legendary status this year, and taking Jade and making Jade becoming a tag team with Jade. I mean, I likened their tag team moves to the Dudley Boys. That is a statement. I mean, just watch what they do and how they do tag team moves, and then go back and watch the house shows that leak when they're learning to do these moves, because it's pretty spectacular what they're doing together. So to sum it all up, Belair making a star with Jade while Jade rises through the ranks of the WWE, and then to collect titles, to collect names like Queen of the Ring. That's really going to cement Belair's legendary status. We already know she's a first round Hall of Famer whenever that time comes, but for right now, she needs to be a legend walking amongst the women of the locker room, because I feel that's where she's going to be in the next year or two.
Yeah, she's definitely approaching that status as far as being great. I mean, dare I say that Bianca Belair could probably retire tomorrow and still be a Hall of Famer. She's done a lot in a short amount of time. It's actually really crazy. But a lot of things that's going down as far as King of the Ring, the actual PLE, and that's going to be very interesting. We still got a few matches to talk about as far as the King of the Ring, that these matches that are not King of the Ring tournament matches, but they're going down at King of the Ring. But before we do that, I want to ask Hype here, man. Last time we talked about this tournament with you, we only saw one side of the bracket, bro. There was only one side out the last time he was on here. So I got to ask you this, for both the King of the Ring tournament, who's your two finals matchups, and who's your two winners?
Ooh, can I pull up let me pull up an actual bracket here, and as we look, because right off top I don't know what we got.
Yeah, those bracket when I found the bracket, I actually found it on Wikipedia, and I was going off of that one. It's actually a really good bracket, to be honest.
Okay.
For me, I've got Lyra Valkyria versus Jade Cargill in the finals with Jade up. And then I've got Tama Tonga in the finals going up against Jey Uso, a Bloodline King of the Ring, with Jay up. It's going to be very interesting to see. Voice, why don't you go ahead and reiterate what you think while he's pulling that up? Who you got as far as both your finals and your winners?
Yeah, I was in agreement with you on the men's, just because that's what I want to see. And out of this whole tournament, I think if we can get to that road, that's where I want to be. I do like the Valkyrie versus Jade, what you had there, but I'm going to replace it with Belair and have
Yeah.
her go against Belair. Is Io still in?
Io still in. Yeah, she advanced.
Okay, here's
Yeah,
the
Io advanced
sneaky.
on Monday.
Yeah, okay, it was Monday. I got confused if she was on Friday or Monday.
Yeah.
But Io's sneaky. So I could see Io sneaking into this because there's something about her. And when she's in a match, at the beginning, I find myself maybe not so into it. But then slowly within a minute or two, she really draws me in just by her presence and how she performs in a match.
Yeah, she definitely jumps off. To me, she jumps off the screen, and I like what you said because I noticed that sometimes the EO Sky match will start off a little bit slow, but damn, it always picks up pretty well.
Oh yeah.
So I always like that. Hype, you got the bracket there right in front of
Yep.
you. What do you think, man? Your finals and your winners.
Well, out of what we have so far, I know I jumped in on the brackets late. I didn't discuss when you guys did, but with having EO and Lyra, I could see I could really see them trying to push Lyra in this scenario.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. But that is only because, man, you guys already know I've been pushing the praises of Tiffy time for a while, and that's been my front runner. I still expect her to go on. I don't know how it's going to happen going up against Bianca Belair tonight, but I know she's going to make it happen, and we're going to see it happen, and we're going to see Tiffany Stratton in the finals and the winner of the Queen of the Ring tournament. That's been my call, stays my call.
Well,
and then
we have Tiffany Stratton, who will now be the Queen of the Ring, and her first proclamation as Queen of the Ring is genocide of all black folks.
oh man.
Dude, all I could think about when Jones says he keeps saying that's my pick, Tiffy time. I think of Clerks 2 with the guy. He's like, baby, you can't taste racism, and he just keeps eating the food. And it's like, well, I mean, he's made a choice.
Look, I mean, the internet would beg to differ. I would say, because they're saying that the cookie plug is you can maybe taste racism in that one. So if we want to be talking,
Okay.
Not the yeah, that's got to be. Yeah, that's another thing that's got to be talked about on the smoke session for sure. What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
bro, I was holding that one in.
So,
oh man, all right. What about on the men's side, man? What about on the men's side, Hype?
And then on the men's bracket, look, I think this is like, it took me a while to get around to this, but I think this is Jay's tourney to win, and which means that he's going to have to overtake Gunther. And then like I told you earlier, I see Carmelo Hayes coming out of here. I see Tama Tonga coming out of here. And with that, I still think they're going to keep. Actually, you know what? This changes my whole perspective of this. I think Randy wins tonight. I think he beats Mello, actually.
Really?
And then so it has some bloodline level feud for he and Tama. And then that transfers over into like Tama and Jay, and that's a first bloodline interaction, and that's what we have, and that's what pushes towards King of the Ring, and Jay's your champion.
Yeah. You know what? I actually just in the last like few minutes when I was thinking about the finals of the King of the Ring tournament, and really, like, once again, this King of the Ring PLE is really shaping up to look really good with some of the matches they've already set, on top of having the King and Queen of the Ring finals matchups that's going to happen at King of the Ring. But with this specific one, that being the men's, and if it ends up being a bloodline finals in the King of the Ring, this could be an interesting opportunity to take this bloodline thing to the next inning. And I'm being serious. And the reason that I say that is because think about it like this, y'all. What if it is Jey Uso versus Tama Tonga in the finals, Jey Uso all by himself, because that's what Jay's been doing, right? He's been all just him, just
Yeah.
him. Been handling business by himself. But of course, he's going up against Tama Tonga, who of course has Tonga Loa, who has Solo, who has Heyman. He's definitely going to be outnumbered. And this is another situation where Jay is like, every time I try to get away from this bloodline shit, they keep pulling me back in. Every single time. Even when I'm trying to do my own thing, now I got to go up against my own bloodline to be Don, the King of the Ring. This is crazy. What if we get to the 11th hour of the match and we're having interference from Tonga Loa, interference from Solo, and it seems like Jay's dead to rights because the numbers game jumped up on him. Well, what if Jimmy Uso returns? Jimmy Uso returns and actually runs interference and takes out Tongaloa, gives super kick to Solo Sikoa, and helps Jay win the match. And then to go even further, what if, because we talked a little bit of something like this, me and Hype did months ago, as far as that match between the Usos at WrestleMania. What if Jimmy takes the crown, and instead of like taking the crown and running off with it, what if he actually puts the crown on the head of Jey Uso and finally says, brother, I acknowledge you. And Jimmy and Jay come back together as the Usos, babyface Usos together. And maybe you still do Jay on his own sometimes. Maybe he's still a little bit reluctant to trust Jimmy, and that's a story, and that's a story within the bloodline story of Jimmy trying to regain Jay's trust. But where we can start to pivot to get the Usos versus the Gorillas of Destiny. Because remember, the last time we saw Jimmy Uso, he was getting beat up by the bloodline. And it just doesn't make sense for him to come back and want to be with the guys who, kicked him out of the group. They beat him up, and we haven't seen him since. So what if the next time we see him is at the King of the Ring pay-per-view, switching sides once again, but instead of screwing his brother over, he's helping him out. So, just a thought to maybe get us into the next inning of this thing. That'll be a good excuse for us to be like, okay, now there's a path to the Usos versus the Gorillas of Destiny. So I don't know. It's just something to think about, just something to marinate on. But I do think that Hype, I do think that this King of the Ring PLE is going to be really great.
Absolutely, man. And the more and more I thought about it, like I needed this session with us to really like wrap my head around it, because like I said, man, the intro song, Hype Head Be all up in the clouds, it's a real thing, man. It's just up in smoke sometimes, man. I can't help it. But when I grab onto something, I'm like, but we had this sit down, and like, no, I see the writing on the wall. All of this is going to lead to probably some sort of new addition to the bloodline in some capacity, or new wrinkle, or new or reappearance. I don't know if Jimmy is off injured reserve, basically, because I know he got shoot injured, which is why he went away. So I don't know if he's healed in time for all of that to come back. But we've been seeing here lately that wrestlers are kind of injured, but they're still appearing on TV, right? So they're utilizing that aspect a little bit more. So maybe we'll see some of that as well. But there's so many different. I like I don't love these Saudi shows, not gonna lie, because everything else. I'm not gonna get into politics or the rabbit holes. We can smoke about that later. But like, I like the wrinkles that are going into play, and it's making me really excited about this King and Queen of the Ring PLE to actually watch it live and see everything that's going on.
Yeah, most definitely. The way they're setting this up, it definitely, like, one thing about Backlash is that there was a lot of matches that we was like, okay, we know exactly how this is going to end, but we're going to have
Mhm.
fun getting there. The thing about the King of the Ring PLE is like, I don't really know yet, as far as these matchups, as far as who's gonna win. Could Gable finally have his moment and win the Intercontinental Championship? Who's gonna come out and be a double champion
Yeah.
between Cody and Logan Paul? A lot of possibilities here, man. A lot of possibilities here, man. But voice, what's your thoughts on kind of what I threw out there as far as
Yeah.
the men's finals of the King of the Ring tournament? And then what's your thoughts on this show as a whole, bro?
Okay. Yeah. I really liked your Uso scenario. Honestly, here's my thought though. Only Roman said Solo was next in line. No one
Yeah,
else did. Just Roman. And from everybody's, I mean, at least from my understanding, watching this for as long as I have, one of the Usos was going to be next in line.
yeah,
I
yep,
mean, that was told by actions and things like that. I mean, we've seen it. So I would like to interject with maybe we see the Usos take the reins of the entire family, and all the
ooh,
others bow to them because they know it was rightfully them. Roman is the one who threw the monkey in the wrench, and he just was like, "Hey, it's going to be Solo because I'm pissed off at what you brothers are doing."
yeah,
So I mean, there's so many areas we can play in, and it's a whole rabbit hole as
oh
itself.
yeah, oh yeah,
Um, and I can't wait for the king, the crowning of the king, or the queen of the ring. I think it's going to be a fantastic PLE. We're going to have a lot of fun watching it, and I'm going to enjoy watching or doing a review show of it with you guys. And this show is always amazing, man. House, you put together a strong group of people. Um, we have like-minded thoughts, but we also have our own independent thoughts, and I think that's what really makes this group strong and fun to be around and to put on shows like this for. So I enjoyed it, man. You do great work, man.
I
Putting us
appreciate it, man.
together, putting us together.
Hey, we do good work as a
Yes,
collective. That's
yes,
what really matters, as and it is what it is. You guys out there in the household know, if you guys are longtime listeners, I've had a couple of different co-hosts, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not like shading nobody or anything. I'm just gonna say it like this, and then we're gonna wrap this up and call this a really great episode. What we do here, y'all, and I'm being dead serious when I say this, what we do here is not for everybody. Not everybody is willing to take time out of their day. There's people that work 8 to 10 hour days. I know I can speak for myself when I say I work 10-hour days. You know what I'm saying? People got families. People are trying to do, they're trying to do their thing. But like when you're doing this shit, this podcasting, it can wear on you. It really can. You know what I'm saying? This is straight transparency, y'all. Checking download numbers, trying to keep content in line, trying to keep content flowing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep everything copacetic with the people that you work with on the show and everything. And at the same time, trying to get people that are doing this with you to pull their weight, and that was a big thing for me years ago when this first started. I've been doing this for 5 years, y'all. I'm not new to this. I'm not new to this. So when I see somebody that's not moving in a way that is trying to help, because yeah, we do this for fun, y'all. We do not listen. We don't have to come on here in front of this mic and do this. We don't. We do it because we love to do it. We do it because we're passionate about the things that we talk about. You know, I'm sitting over here pushing hype to get another podcast off the ground for himself because he's talented and he's got a lot to talk about. But we don't do this. Nobody's paying us to do this. Nobody's telling us to clock in and out to do this podcast shit. We do it because we love to do it, because we're passionate about doing it, and it's great. But if you do want to pay him, right down there, it's Curator Bell. Give him some money, and help him out. But seriously, y'all, we do this out of passion. We do this out of
yes.
love. So to have
Absolutely.
like-minded individuals that are ready to come in and be like, yeah, here's the thing. There's In Your House has done a lot of great things over the years, but without guys like the voice Josh Joseph, without hype, we're not we're not on we're not on this platform that we're on right now. This clean view that y'all are seeing right now, it's it's these two guys right here. It's them right there. They're doing this stuff, not me. Not me. And trust me, y'all, I'm used to carrying everything. I'm used to carrying the load. But the trajectory that we've seen, the clean look that we've seen, this one, oh, wait a minute, over here. And now
He switched it up on you.
he moved it on me. He moved it on me. But
Now stay on your toes.
but it's these two, y'all. It's these two that's doing it. So like, I went on a whole thing there, and that was great. Thank you, Tony. We do a great job because we got a great
Thank
team.
you, Tony. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Y'all do a
yeah.
great job too. Like,
Oh yeah,
shout out Gonzo real quick because they be
yeah.
on it,
Gonzo's
man.
wrestling room every single day.
Every single day. I mean, with life they miss things, but which is okay. But like they are really really about this podcast life, and like they inspire me.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie.
No, for sure, man. Because like
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, I was doing 5 episodes a week, like one episode Monday through Friday, and then sometimes I'd even give them a weekend episode. But now with life in and things of that nature, and family and stuff like that, I can't do an episode every day. Uh, Tony and Chris over at Gonzo Wrestling Room every day,
Yeah.
every single
They
day.
push it.
And not even just one stream a day. They talk sports, they talk wrestling, they're doing a lot of great stuff. So yeah, shout out to Gonzo's Wrestling Room for all the work that they do, because once again, I know I sound like a broken record household. This is not easy. It's not easy. This is work. This is really hard. And Tony, yeah, you're having a lot of
Good.
fun. We have fun doing this. I have fun. I have a blast
Oh,
doing
yeah.
this with the voice. I have a blast doing this with hype. But don't get it twisted, y'all. And Tony knows, and these two men right here know this is work.
Oh, yeah.
This is work. This is a lot of work, but it's work that we enjoy to do. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and slide on out of here. Call this a really great episode with my guys. We have got Smackdown coming up pretty soon in about an hour and a half. And I don't know, maybe I'll come out here. I just like having this mic. I can come all the way over here, come down here, do all that stuff. Who knows? I might come on here tomorrow and chat y'all up. But most definitely, I'll be back Sunday. Guys, we got to push the draft back again. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all have been in my inbox about the draft. Listen, we have to, I want this draft to be of the utmost optimized, the best. I want it to be the best independent wrestling draft that IYH has done. And if I can't have all my guys here, period, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. Not until I got all my guys together to make this the best draft possible. So we got to push it back another week. But this Sunday, I do plan on giving y'all some house party work, and it's going to be really great, whatever we put together. So with that being said, I'm going to give my man Voice the floor to talk about anything that he wants to talk about, anything he's got coming up in the woodworks. Ladies and gentlemen, the Voice, Josh Joseph. What do you got, bro?
All right. So Monday, we are kicking it back into the Raw preview review show, and we will have co-host Grunmeister. You've seen him in the chats. You'll enjoy his take. He's a pretty insightful guy when it comes to wrestling. Every time he's in the chat, he's got some good comments, and he disagrees with a lot that I say. So I can't wait to get that going. And anything I'm in your house is doing, I'm doing. I'm either in the chat or I'm on the screen. With my friends doing the amazing work that we know House started, and we just keep the ball continuing because he showed us how to do it. And anything with Jones, once he gets this smoke session going, you're definitely going to see me on a couple episodes having some fun. And the Sunday house party, join us, have some fun, comment. Give us your opinion. We really, really want to hear your guys' thoughts out there. When you see the X going, let everybody know that you're in there watching. Get a conversation going, because it's going to move. It's going to move this show to levels you guys are going to really enjoy. Trust me.
Yes, man. I agree with that. Yeah, a lot of exciting things happening in this podcast realm here in this little corner that we have here podcasting, and I really like it. It's just an interesting time. But hype, you always got something moving, man. Always busy, always got
Mhm.
something going on, and keeping yourself busy and keeping yourself in the conversation. What are you doing this next week that's gonna keep you in the conversation, bro?
Yo, what up? Yo, yeah, like he said, I'm always doing something. I always got something moving. I always got something to push because, man, I'm your pusher, man. I don't know. Look, I I love In Your House, and I love being on these household or these house parties, and I'm gonna always be on as many as I can. But I do got some big things coming up in my life. I'm getting married here soon, so I'm going to be taking a short break off of things, so I won't be here as often as I usually am, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll be here when I can. With that said, definitely going to do some of these more of these smoke sessions because, man, the amount of people that were in with us on that was crazy. So like if y'all are liking that, we'll go down some rabbit holes on sometimes it look like any smoke session, it's gonna be a little random. So like we just get in there when we can fit in there. You feel me? Um, and but as always, I'm also doing the Kokomo Press thing. So if you know about the Kokomo Press, I got to push that a little bit. We have
Oh
open
yeah.
mics every Thursday night at Cooper's Pub in Kokomo, Indiana. It's the Kokomo Press presents an open mic night. Yo, if you're a comedian, come down. We have 15 slots, 5 minutes apiece. Come down, do your stuff. It's always a blast. Last night we just came off of our our latest showcase, where we had national touring comedians, lots of funny people, lots of funny things. But last night we did our open mic, but it was comedy on the spot night, so it was a lot of
Oh,
fun. We try to
ooh.
switch it up. We do a lot of different things. People are really vibing to this. It's opening up an area for people who enjoy stand-up comedy while they're doing it, or being a part of it, or going and experience it. So come holler with that, the Kokomo Press stuff. But like, yo, I'm hype and I'm crazy, and bro, we're like, I swear to God, we're gonna go down some fucking rabbit holes. Like, bro, y'all like, I don't know, Khan might like fucking mute my micro or something, but y'all, do y'all know about Diddy and Dogged and Drake and Meek Mill? Oh my God, bro.
Oh no. You mean Meek Clap Mills?
Yo, the meek shall inherit the earth. I don't know if that's what they meant, but like,
No, they did
he
not.
inherited something.
He got yeah. I can't believe you brought up Meek.
Jesus
Oh no,
Christ.
no, bro, we're bringing it all up. We are bringing it all up. I'm just telling you, yo, these smoke sections are about to be crazy, bro.
I can't wait.
Yeah, most definitely check out Hype Smoke Session podcast. It's gonna be really cool, and really fucking crazy.
Yo.
but but I'm looking to help produce that and help get it off the ground and everything. Just because I love that aspect of it, is producing and helping get a podcast off the ground, especially when you're as passionate about. So like I don't like when I hoped the Pope bring his podcast up, I can just tell that he really wanted to do it, and I can feel the passion that he wanted to do it. I've had a lot of people come up and ask me, "Hey, can you help me get a podcast off the ground?" And like, you can, like, if when you've done this as long as I have, you can tell who's serious about it and who's just like caught up in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yo.
everybody wants to do a podcast until it's time to do a podcast. Once again, it's work. So yeah, I love getting people who are serious about their shows off the ground, and definitely I can tell the difference between real rap and a capper. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think this is going to be great. I think this is something that, like, once again, I'm going to do my best to help produce, and it's going to be really exciting, y'all. It's going to be really exciting. As for me, of course, I'm always going to be here on In Your House doing my thing, but I want to talk real quick about Emerge 79, the Emerging Stars tournament, because it's just really, really, really something that they got going on that I'm really proud of. And every time I'm at Emerge, the biggest thing, like I know John Gates is probably tired of me talking about it and using this word, and that's opportunity. Well, opportunity has arisen at Emerge Wrestling as they're having the Emerging Stars tournament, the Steve Branham Memorial Emerging Stars tournament, and we just revealed all 8 of our participants, and then we're gonna do a rundown bracket breakdown. We're gonna have a bracket for these 8 participants, and the 8 participants are professional wrestlers Jackie Thad, Idris Wolf, Rockin' Rivera, Dex Royal, The Investment Avery Hertz, The Bomb Eric Surge, Mr. By the Book Gaston LaRue, and Shaw Mason. This is a really great bracket or tournament that is with great young talent that are looking to cement their opportunity at Emerge Wrestling, because whoever wins this tournament is you're probably going to be seeing their face a lot at Emerge moving forward. So that's June 1st, 8 debuting stars, 1 will emerge. That's the Steve Branham Emerging Stars Tournament, June 1st. Really exciting. I get to be on the call for that. And I know a lot of this talent from working with them at other promotions. I can tell you that they're excited. They're starving for opportunity. And this tournament has the local professional wrestling scene buzzing right now, absolutely buzzing. So once again, I'm gonna be here. I'll be back Sunday for sure. Then I'll have my Tuesday solo shot that I normally do. But guys, that's it. You already know me, and of course, that's Alakan House on X. And then this podcast here, it's also on X. That's at In Your House Pod, and of course, that's HOWSE, and the W stands for work. So, guys, you already know the vibes. For the voice, Josh Joseph, for Hypocrisy Jones, for the world's most dangerous podcasting paragon. My name is Alakan the Concept House, reminding you, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Now hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone, because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.
BBL Drizzy.
Baby, I'm Drizzy.
BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy.
Oh
Diddy
my
did that shit.